I'm your host, Qiayel. I know it starts with a Q, but it is pronounced Qiayel. And today I have a wonderful guest with me, y'all. He is a certified personal trainer and a dietitian. He has several clients already that he has helped and has successful stories with, and they're still climbing. You could be one of them. Please welcome Andrew
Wyman.
Yeah.
Thank you, Qiayel. Really, that was an amazing, intro into this. So thank you. That was very kind of you to say that.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. I do my research, so I have been seeing the clients on there.
Yeah, it's their success, man. Really, that ultimately leads to where we're at. So. So thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You can go ahead and just introduce yourself a little bit, let the people know who you are and what you do.
Well, hello, like Qiayel said, I'm Andrew. I am a registered dietitian nutritionist. I'm a jack of all trades, if you will. I specialize in really getting people healthy in a sense. Depending on what the individual is looking for, I really help specialize, them, and what works best for them. So I'm a dietitian. I have a lot of experience in personal training as well, which I'm certified in. That was the first love, if you will, was the personal training aspect, and getting people in the gym, which is amazing. But, the power of real true health really lies within, what we do besides the fitness on a day-to-day basis. So, registered dietitian nutritionist is, the main chunk of what I do. After I graduated from Concordia University, which is a local college here in the Ann Arbor, Michigan area, which is where I'm located. So anybody looking to work with me, I am in the Michigan area. So I got my RDN degree through Concordia University. And since then, I went on to really further my, learning by getting certified as a practitioner. So jack of all trades, just a little bit about me in a nutshell to begin. So sorry to take up too much of that time.
No, you're fine. As much as you want to share or as little as you want to share. So we appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, thank
Making
you.
sure you're getting all of those facts and those certifications in there. So
yeah.
let the people know he knows what he's talking about.
Appreciate that. And it's all on the website too. I have a website as well to where you guys can see all of my accolades and what I do specifically on there. So I'm sure I'll give you another shout out towards the end of that, end of this.
So what exactly made you go into this career field, or what inspired that?
Athletics was always big for me in high school, really my whole life. So that was kind of bred to begin with as far as my upbringing, which, so I was always kind of healthy, if you will. I was always moving the body and active. So that really is what led me to, doing health in a sense and nutrition, in seeing how powerful, the mind-muscle connection is with stepping into the weight room and having that, capability of being able to, talk to yourself in a sense and be able to program and tell the body what you want it to do. So, that's a great question. But what really brought me to where I'm, the health field specifically was having so much athletic background to begin with. That's really the foundation of, my health game is being young and taught at a young age, moving your body is a good thing. So since then, I really got to learn the anatomy behind it through, going to school and getting educated on that realm, which really, amplified my, desire to really tweak as kind of your own scientist on how to change your body. So the foundation was really playing sports as a kid and growing up and always having that foundation of moving my body.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, exactly what made you want to start your own company and all that?
When I really realized the power behind, what goes on internally, the different pathways within the system and really getting your body to communicate appropriately by keeping inflammation low. So when I found out how to keep my systemic inflammation low, that kind of changed the whole game for me. So getting some blood work and really understanding what some specific biomarkers are is a great way to kind of learn about what is going on with your own body.
Right.
So that's good.
And I know you had mentioned prior that you work with Immunotherapy. I think is that how you pronounce it?
Immunotherapy.
Yeah. So what exactly is that?
So within my foundation that I do have, which is Wyman Way Health and Wellness Foundation, one of the programs in the foundation is a designer-based immunotherapy program. So people that may have a specific underlying ailment or a health condition, or really looking to specialize in kind of seeing what other paths that they may have besides the standard medical route, which, prescriptions and whatnot, not everybody wants to do that. And, that it is helpful and it can benefit short term, but if you ever wanted to dig a little deeper, the immunotherapy aspect kind of helps the individual kind of see what's really going on, if that makes sense.
Okay. So it's more so like literally looking at things that's going on in your body internally, like through a microscope.
Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
okay.
I'm able to do that, luckily, by being partnered with some pretty big people in the Detroit area that really, a neuropathic doctor, shout out to Danny, Dr. Danny, Dimensional Wellness is where she runs and owns up in St. Clair Shores, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
She is a neuropathic doctor and a very brilliant mind, but I partner with her through Wyman Way Foundation, mm-hmm. and I help bring that immunotherapy aspect to the individual by, being able to send out blood work to a local LabCorp. And I would go with the client and, kind of get that done, because it can be, the uncertain, uncharted areas can be, uncomfortable. Yeah. And my job is that immunotherapist, to help you charter that unfamiliar territory with ease, if that makes sense. So,
even when it comes to blood work, I'm always a little iffy. I'm really scared of needles. Like I have tattoos, and mm-hmm. people are like, "How are you scared of needles?" But I'm like, the idea of like a needle piercing your skin, it bothers me, so I'll be really worried.
Well, if you need some support, I can be there with you. I promise. I can see how it would be scary. I'm not a needle fan either, so mm-hmm. I get it, but I think if you can look past the needle aspect and really brace yourself for maybe the blood work that you do look at, mm-hmm. the benefits, if you really want to change your lifestyle and your habits, it's life-changing. Yeah. It really is. So
yeah.
But,
so I know we talked a little bit off camera about like the difference with organic foods and things like that. I know, America in general tries to push to just do organic fruits and vegetables and things. What are some of the things that a regular consumer can look for something that is healthier, mm-hmm. like actually good for the body?
So I guess what I would say in response to that question is that's a great question. When deciphering what's best for you and what you're trying to do long term, mm-hmm. I think some standard principles you can be confident in doing are whenever you go to a grocery store, if it's something that you have to peel, you may not necessarily need that to be organic. Mm-hmm. So because you're peeling off that bilayer before you consume the fruit itself, or mm-hmm. food itself, depending on what you choose to get. So fruits that you don't have to peel, you're probably better off getting unorganic. Things like berries, mm-hmm. things, I try to, for the consumer, depending on what your location is, which we kind of figure out if you decide to work with me, mm-hmm. What fruits are in season, and there's levels to everything. But with that being said, fruit that you can peel, you don't really need to spend the extra money to go organic. But that's a great question, really, because it's so confusing with all the misinformation out there.
Yeah. There is, even I've talked to my brother, he'll look at the back of like packages and whatnot and be like, it'll say organic, and I'm like, okay, so that must be healthier just because it says organic. Mm-hmm. But he'll be like, no, because it still has this and this in it, and so I don't want to poison my body, type of thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, but it says organic. So
and I get it, that misinformation, right? Mm-hmm. We're looking for that nutritional integrity with things to want to benefit us, right? Mm-hmm. Like whenever we decide to spend our hard-earned money on something, we would hope it would benefit us, right? And not do the opposite. So that's kind of what I help paint and help the individual kind of figure out, mm-hmm. what food really is and the power of that, so we're not misinformed.
Yeah. So what is the why behind exactly what you do? Like,
well, personally now, the why for me and what I do is I have children myself. So I am a big believer in, the children in general are our future. We have to be able to give them the right information, the right tools that they can be successful, so that way we can have a strong community.
Yeah.
a strong society of people that are strong and can make cognizant decisions for themselves. So, you know, for me, it's my my children now. So I really have, you know, an extra motivation, if you will, to really help get that message out there.
Yeah.
So helping the kids and helping the future of our youth.
Yeah.
Really, that's all that matters.
So you have kids. How many kids do you have?
I have 2 children.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And age range?
2 and 5.
2 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
Aww.
2 strong, beautiful baby boys.
Aww.
So thank you for asking. I appreciate that.
That's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
I did see a couple pictures on your Instagram.
Yeah.
Like I said, I do my research, but that's so cute. 2 terrible 2s though.
It is always, trust me, it's always there. But I'm telling you, the food science between balancing certain things, really, you know, what we're led to believe really isn't as bad as we really think it is, to be honest. But I get what you mean on that terrible 2s, but really hasn't been too terrible, depending on the lifestyle. So
Yeah.
I get you. Can be the terrible 2s. So.
Yeah. What are you teaching your children when it comes to, you know, the nutritional benefits that, you know, would help them in the long run?
Mm-hmm. Really, just as a parent, giving them the tools to be successful, as far as, you know, teaching what being an active parent is, you know, that could be one of them. Getting outside and just moving your body, getting outside in nature and getting some sun. You know, the simple things, to where as adults, you know, we can overlook that with the busyness of the day. You know, we forget to step outside in the sun for 5-10 minutes. Oh wait, do that barefoot in the grass. Oh wait. So there's levels to everything, but I just try to teach the kids the importance of staying true to your foundation as a primal human being. You know, what were we doing back in our primal days? So, you know, just as simple as leading the kids to sun and grass, you know, is a big one. Yeah,
that's definitely something I feel like children in general don't do nowadays. You know, like back when I was younger, we would be outside all day, every day, riding our bikes, you know, walking to the gas station or going swimming or doing something. But now they're just
on the tablet, you know, and I get it, you know, at points of parenting, you know, it's easier to give a child a tablet, to have them do what they want to do so you can do what you want to do. But it's just, the more cognizant you are about how damaging that really is long term, it just gives you a better opportunity to be the best parent you can be. So the first part is spreading that message and getting that out there and getting the importance of that out there. So it's a good question.
Yeah, we, in general, I appreciate you as a father being active with your kids, because we don't see that too often. So kudos to you for that. It is definitely easier to just hand them an iPad or something.
It is.
At least from what I've seen with other people.
It's like with everything, it takes work, right?
Yeah.
You really got to be willing to put in the work to see the long-time investment.
Right.
So, you hope, so.
Yeah, fingers crossed. But, you know, to each his own. So you did mention that you graduated from Concordia. What was the, or did you have any additional training or education that you had to put in order to get certified or do the things that you're doing right now?
I think now to be able to get your RDN, do dietetics and take that exam, you have to have your master's degree. So I was able to clear that with my bachelor's degree last year by passing the dietetics exam, because that was the last year you could really attain that with just your bachelor's degree. So I was lucky enough to have enough education to be able to pass that and to take that. So you know, I always want to further my education and still always do. That's why I furthered my, you know, education through American Association of Natural Wellness Practitioners. So just being a practitioner as well helps, you know, keeping you, you know, on point with your nutrition to be able to do monthly learning modules and things like that. So it definitely helps keeping yourself informed. Yeah. Because everything is always changing, let me tell you.
Always. With the personal training certification, that would require additional schooling as well.
Yep.
How long did that take for you to get that?
For me, it took about a year and a half through National Academy of Sports Medicine. So that's just, you know, you can locally, you know, not locally, but you can take it online and kind of do it at your, you know, convenience and however quickly you take that. You know, there's a whole bunch of different, you know, courses you can take within NASM. So it's really up to you and what you choose. But that was the first, credential I got after graduating from college was the personal training. Again, I wish it was the last thing I learned, but it's kind of how the cookie crumbles, if you will, right?
Yeah. Is there anything that you wish you would have known now, prior to starting this whole business that you have, and going into dietitian and being a personal trainer? Like, anything that you wish you would have known now that you didn't before?
As crazy as it sounds, no.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy how everything has kind of fallen in line and kind of, fallen into place, if you will. If they say, the harder I work, the more luckier I get.
Yeah.
So and I don't stop working really, but I do find good balance. So, it's, to answer your question, no.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. A lot of people talk about everything happens for a reason. Mm-hmm. There's always a lesson in everything. So,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there really is, if you sit and take the time to decipher, the internal reality dialogue we all have. So
yeah. So when it comes to your own business, the Wyman Coaching, where did that initially start off at? How long did it take you to get your own business?
So, I was personal training people after college. So I've been at it for about 7 years, really training people in the gym and getting acclimated that way. Mm-hmm. So about a cumulative 7 years into my practice, I really went live into the actual foundational aspect of the business probably about 2 years ago. Wyman Way was founded in 2020. Okay. So been practicing it for years, but really decided to go live in 2020. Mm-hmm. So
what made you actually put your foot down and be like, I'm gonna take this serious?
Because I always knew that there was something more to sustainability and looking a certain way and feeling good other than just going to the gym. We can go to the gym all day and look great all day, but that's only one small piece of the whole, pie, if you will. Mm-hmm. So I say pie because I don't eat much of it. But with that being said, it's just true how that's saying. We can go to the gym, but that's not really you may see some physical change, but how do you feel deep down on a day-to-day? That's really the basis of why I decided, Wyman Way really can be multifaceted, and that's why I got certified and, as an RDN to be able to teach people how the importance of nutrition and food, along with resistance training and a few other dietary and lifestyle interventions. It's life-changing. Mm-hmm.
So how would you explain your program to someone that has never heard of you before?
I would say, what are some of your health goals? Because we can make it happen. Because that's part of the slogan. We're here to make sustainable attainable for you. Whatever your health goals is, we really zone in and kind of figure that out to help it, help not just get you there within, 6 months or a year, but you learn things to stay fit and strong for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. And that's the kicker. You gain information that really helps you excel for the rest of your life.
Right.
So it's a great question.
So what are other things that comes with the Wyman Coaching? I know you say you work with them with the immunotherapy and things like that, but what else do you offer? So
I think Wyman Way has 8 services that we do have to offer. If you ever like to take the time in depth to please go online, check it out. We'd love to be able to have some of your feedback and what you think might benefit you. Mm-hmm. We have the immunotherapy program. That's a 6-month program that I do offer, but there's different variations of that. Some people need, the year-long, help, and I also, Wyman Way offers lifetime partnerships as well if you're looking to monitor and track your health for long-term success. Mm-hmm. We have yearly and 6-month evaluations that we do through Wyman Way, along multiple different other things within the program. Mm-hmm. So Wyman Way Fitness and Stability is another one. That's just another kind of branch of Wyman Way that it has. Working on bringing on a couple coaches to kind of help facilitate and handle that aspect. That way I can kind of use my expertise with the clients and kind of zoning in and helping them firsthand. So it's just really what the individual is looking for. Wyman Way Foundation has made it really accessible and convenient for you to hit those goals.
Yeah. So I know you also have merch for Wyman Way.
I do. There's just a little bit of merch going on, Got to keep the individual, looking good and feeling good. So that isn't. So whenever I work with a client or, I step on to have a consultation, I actually give a complimentary T-shirt and then a sweatshirt to the individual to help kind of rep Wyman Way a little bit, So there is merch within the program. Another cool thing about Wyman Way Foundation too is I work with a local farmer who really sends really high quality, integrity food quality to your doorstep. He's a local regenerative farmer who has grass-fed and finished products that ships right to your door at a discount if you're Wyman Way affiliated. So inquire today to get your discount.
Yeah,
Not really, I'm not here to sell you anything, but the benefits of the foundation itself are truly next level. And the places that we're going, it's unreal. So I hope, anybody searching for a higher health standard, please feel free to check out Wyman Way. So.
That sounds so great though. Like the foods that, I'm kind of a foodie. Like I'm really particular about my food. But I also like food. But if I could find like healthier alternatives and things like that, like that's definitely something that I'm interested in.
And it's there. So it's just finding the time and the convenience to give back to yourself to make it happen. That's what it comes down to. So putting yourself first.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. What are your goals that comes to mind with Wyman Way Coaching?
Some goals. That's a great question. I'm in the process of kind of finalizing a Wyman Way Foundation app that people can use to kind of help the tribe stay connected and help people stay educated to stay informed of making the best health decisions. So that's a big one that's on the horizon, is that app, and getting that among a few other things. I'll share maybe one more other thing, but I gotta keep it a little bit selective. I'm into good manifestation, so I believe you work hard and you give out good energy that'll come back to you tenfold. So the app would be a good one to start, and then I also am opening a little studio foundational center downtown Ann Arbor here in the next year. So that's pretty exciting too.
That is. Ooh, great. I can't wait to see it.
You'll be there.
I will.
Oh, you will.
First in line.
All right. I got a consultation with your name on it when you're ready. You just got to push that go button.
Of course. Definitely going to look into it.
I hope so.
So, what are some, when it comes to your app, exactly, is that like the people that are already in Wyman Way that's going to be able to use the app? Or is it like, kind of like MyFitnessPal where you can enter in your food, but it's like anybody can use it?
I think it's going to be more catered towards anybody can really use it, but if you're trying to target in on some specific health goals, I think the Wyman Way, the app itself will have a different category where you can go in to be a member, if that makes sense. So it'll be for everyone, but the exclusivity will be with the internal tribe. So hopefully it's with everybody. So that's the goal. Yeah, it's an exciting time, honestly, with the big things that are coming. So
yeah, I wish nothing but the best for you.
I appreciate that, and you bringing me on here, I appreciate that even much more. So you are awesome.
Thank you.
Really.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So with you being a dietitian and everything, America is known for obesity. What are your opinions on the American obesity and the lifestyle that Americans have compared to other countries?
Oh, that is a great question. Wow. Where do I unpack that one? Obesity is increasing. The rates are hitting numbers to where, it is very alarming and concerning, to be honest with you. And just seeing it from now and projected to the next 5-10 years, I guess the best piece of advice I could be is, try to find somebody who really you can trust to give you the best information you can to take you to where you need to be health-wise, because there's so much misinformation and so much, scrutinized data out there to where there's just people don't know what to believe anymore, So it's not with the dogma of green drinks and, eating your fruit. It's about reconnecting yourself to what it means to be a human. And it's not on a treadmill, in my opinion. It's not in a gym. It's really stripping yourself of less. So just going outside for a walk 3 times a day is huge. So I guess that would be my biggest piece of advice to give to you, is maybe just try to find yourself 3 times throughout the day incrementally to just go for a 10-minute walk. Get some sun. That right there will do more than the stressor of trying to manage going to a gym, to walk on a treadmill, which we aren't supposed to be really doing anyway. And then it could be a stressor of having others around you, you know, you don't have that comfortability of being in your own atmosphere. So there's so many things that are anti to where I suggest just doing something human and just going for a walk outside and getting connected back into nature.
Definitely.
So that's a great question. Honestly, I could talk to you about hours on that.
I'm sure.
Oh my goodness.
We started talking about, you know, just health and foods and things like that back when we were, like, I think it was like last week or something like that. Just a little bit dipped our toe in it, but we could really talk about it.
Well, we should have another podcast, or if you ever want to have me on again to talk more in depth about, you know, questions like that, I would love to do so. Yeah,
we'll probably have to go like live on Instagram. That way people can ask questions. Then that we can
hear that. You hear that first, y'all. We're gonna go live on IG, so that would be great to actually let people ask the questions about, you know, what can help maybe them get in better health situations. So I think we should do that. That'd be fun.
So just any quick tips or, you know, little tidbits they can get about health in general. I know you mentioned about going out for a walk about 3 times a day for 10 minutes, but with food or anything else, just little things.
Maybe I'm a firm believer of what gets measured gets managed. So, you know, start tracking maybe some focal points in your life to where it would help get managed. Maybe, for example, are you getting outside for, you know, those walks a day? How many steps a day are you taking? That's another good one. You know, I try to hit a certain amount of steps, if you will, a day to kind of make sure that everything else is kind of being maintained appropriately. So counting your steps, maybe that's another good one to maybe track to see what we can manage. So and if you'd ever want to find out any more of things you could really track, you know, Wyman Way offers that, you know, consultation to get you in the right direction of evaluating some of that stuff. So that's a good question.
Of course. Well, that is all the questions that I have really right now. You can go ahead and let the people know where they can find you, you know, your Instagram, website, or anything like that.
So I have all platforms on social media. Instagram is at Coach Wyman Way and Wyman Way Health to find out some client success. WymanWay.com would be the best way to reach me at if you guys wanted to have a direct consultation or to see what's, you know, a good way for you to get started. So WymanWay.com. Social media platforms are all on there as well. So I'm pretty easy to find if you want. So thank you again for having me. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you coming here and talking to me. You know, health is very important, especially now. I mean, as you can see, I could probably use a consultation right now. But just want to get reconnected with my inner body and soul and whatnot. So
you said it, the inner body. Well, when you're ready, we can push the go button.
Of course.
And I'll be ready. So thank you.
You're welcome. And make sure you guys follow him on all his social media platforms. Make sure you guys book a consultation with him, because why wouldn't you want to get connected with your body, you know? And yeah, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and, you know, comment on this video. If you have any questions, feel free to hit him up, and I will see y'all in my next video.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
See ya.